Yo, what's going on, dudes? And welcome back to another Binding of Isaac Repentance mod showcase. Now we got Sin Robes 2, my friends. It's called the Robe of Lightning. Strike thy enemy. Now, it performs much like the way that you'd expect. I mean, you saw that. You saw the lightning strike there. That's a little bit different than normal, than a normal lightning item. However, this item functions very, very similarly to 120 volt, as you can see here. So when we get close to enemies, it's going to start zapping them, and it's going to chain to other enemies and deal lots of damage. However, oh, that's pretty good. I'll take that. The difference between this and 120 volt is, I believe this is true. This lightning robe item actually scales with your damage, and I don't believe 120 volt does. Now, don't quote me on that, because I might be completely incorrect and sound like a big stupid idiot. But I don't believe that it does. So, basically, the higher our damage stat, the more our lightning strikes are going to be dealing. And yes, we do have to get a little bit up close and personal, but I think that's fine. And we're going to be dealing tons and tons of damage, baby. Now, I have a little bit of a surprise for you guys if we walk into this room right here. That's right, baby. New year, new dono machine. I swapped it out with a newer model. You're welcome. I know. Hold the applause. Hold the applause. I know. It's okay. I know. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I did it for us. Okay? It's okay. I got the newest model. It's fine. The other one was skimping me on my funds. They were taking too many fees out. I didn't like it very much, so I had to swap it out for a newer model. Now, this lightning robe is from the Benevolence mod. We will, of course, have it linked in the description below if you guys are interested in checking it out. You might have noticed that I have some other quality of life mods on, like these item pedestals are a little bit different. That's just like an item pedestal mod. If you guys are looking for any of like the quality of life or the visual mods that I use in any of my videos, if you put a timestamp in the comments, or like just a comment in general, like, hey, what's that thing at this time? Or like, what's that thing there that looks like this? What is that from? I will definitely let you guys know, because I know there's a lot of people that wonder about some of the mods. I did have like a quality of life mod list for a long time. That kind of sucks. But I have like so many different mods that I swap between that it just kind of became like almost impossible to upkeep. So I just figured I just leave it kind of as it is. And then if you guys are looking for some of the mods that we use, it's not a problem. You can always just ask, and I'll let you guys know. You know, I have no problem doing that whatsoever. I did want to say a big thank you to everyone who commented on yesterday's video, talking about their experiences with European travel and things like that. That was really, really cool to see. Also, a lot of viewers. Oh, that kind of sucks. A lot of viewers that are from Europe giving their little advice and their tips and tricks. That does mean a lot, so I do really, really appreciate that. I'm very excited for that trip. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, first of all, I recommend you watch it, but I am going to Europe in May for a wedding. We're going to France, then Italy, then Greece. That's the plan anyways. It might change a little bit closer to the date, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But I just wanted to say thank you for all the feedback on that. That helps me out a lot with the planning and kind of what we're doing there. Oh, little Gish. I'm going to roll that. I'm sorry. Oh, that's funny. Specialist dance does not work with this robe. That is too silly. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm definitely going to blow up this dono machine. Rest in peace to the sacred donation machine. Thank you for all the money. I mean, there is a battery pack here, so I have to do it. And then we'll get some more rerolls here. Ooh, that is not so good. Well, I guess we'll touch it for Parvati's mother, but... Well, let's roll again. Also, not super good. If I'm being completely honest with you, really, really not that good. So what we can do is go into the curse room, hope that there's enemies in it, and then do the boss. And then we get charges based off that. Because I think we're going to go angels today. Oh, there's no enemies near. Tears up. Bombs are key. I'm going to check for a secret room here. This is my second most likely. Never mind. Well, you know what we could do? Is play this a little bit. Because we do have HP kind of laying around. Go back in here. We did not get the increased angel chance. What a shame. Is there anything else that we can do here? Well, not really, actually. We need 2 more cents for that. We could Ace of Diamonds something, but it's probably not going to be enough. Well, you know what? Hang on. Grab this. Go over here, pop this in here. Maybe it opens up something for us. It did nothing. All right. Well, anyways. We can grab this. We can go to the boss. We can take out the boss, and then maybe we'll get something for our trouble. Who knows? Who knows? In all honesty, I have no idea. This guy isn't going to spawn any enemies. I was really hoping that we could get, like, a bunch of enemies to spawn, and then that way we could Ace of Diamonds them. And then we could get enough money, but we haven't even swapped our Angel Chance over yet, and we're fighting the boss anyway, so it doesn't realistically matter at this point. We could get, like, you know, the Angel Teleport. But, again, the Devil Deal would have already spawned, so it won't really do much for us. Well, regardless, it is what it is. We should make our way to the Downpour and continue this run. Oh! Well, you're a little bit late for that, my friend. Shoot. That kind of sucks. Well, hang on a minute. Because we could get a gray chest. We didn't. Alright, let's get out of here. That was not the best floor, I gotta be honest. Screw, great pickup. Everything other than that, not so good. Not so good. I did want to mention, before we get too far into this video, if you guys like Isaac mod showcases or Isaac videos in general, I do post Binding of Isaac videos every single day, so whether you're new here or you've been watching for a while and you just haven't checked yet, if you wouldn't mind double checking, making sure you are subscribed. 2025 is the year that we're really pushing hard for 100,000 subscribers. I mean, it's not even that far away. It's just we just gotta 5x our sub count. It's not a big deal. But if you want to be part of the journey, be here before 100K. I would really, really appreciate that. Now, I did also want to give a shout out to you guys for the other comments on yesterday's video discussing the second channel with the other variety content on it. I did see that some people commented saying that they were interested in that. After I record this video, which is, you know, the day before for you guys, I will be posting a bunch of those VODs, but I will, like, be cutting them up, of course, and turning them into, like, more concise videos on the second channel. So if you guys are interested in variety content, mainly horror games or some other silly little games that I just really wanted to check out with my audience, those will be posted on there, so you're welcome to check that out. That is always going to be linked on my channel page. So you're welcome to find that if you just go straight to my YouTube channel and then go to other channels. It's on there somewhere. And then you can watch some of that bonus content. So we're going to fight the boss now. Just taking this because it is, in theory, going to give us more survivability, because with the half heart, we are 1 hit away from death. With the mantle, we are actually 2 hits away from death, which is much better. And we already got hit once, so we just have to be a little bit more careful here. Just a little bit more careful here, my friends. Please stop this nonsense that is, you know, shooting gas everywhere. We're good, thankfully. We did not get an angel deal. That's a bit of a shame. But we can go to the mirror. We can go to the mirror. And I had another question for all of y'all. A bit of a question of the day, if you will. I feel like that's a good way to engage with you guys a little bit. Maybe ask a new question every day, see what you guys' thought processes are, or what you like, what you don't like. And the question of the day is going to be, what is your favorite, I guess, retro-ish game of all time? I feel like the cutoff point for a retro game right now is like 2005, right? I mean, it's 2025, so like a 20-year-old game is probably classified as a retro game at this point, right? I mean, those of you who watch the channel know that mine is most definitely Sonic Adventure 2 and 1, for sure. Those are my 2 favorite retro-ish games of all time. The fact that I'm calling a GameCube game retro, like, hurts my brain. Oh! That's big! Backstepper. I love that item. Super, super strong. But yeah, the fact that I'm calling a GameCube game retro, like, kind of hurts my soul a little bit. I mean, I grew up with GameCube games, so that makes me feel a little old. Even though, like, you know, there were other consoles that came out when I was a kid. Like, the Nintendo Wii came out when I was a kid, right? So, but we just played a lot of GameCube games. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I loved the GameCube games, man. I did a lot of watching when it came to GameCube games, as I've stated previously. You know, I was more of a watcher. More of a viewer, more of a frog. when it came to GameCube games. I'm just trying to think of the GameCube games that I watched a lot. Watched my brothers play a lot of Mario Kart, Double Dash. Double Dash was dope. What a good game. Billy Hatcher, another classic. If you've never seen or played Billy Hatcher, I could not recommend that game enough. It's a little wonky. It's a bit of a strange game. But it's a fantastic video game, I will say that. Absolutely fantastic. So much fun. Also, they have a collab with Sonic in, like, the multiplayer mode. So cool. I loved that. What's another one that I watched a lot of? SSX on Tour, but the GameCube version. I don't know if you guys have seen the GameCube version of SSX on Tour, but you can play as Mario and Luigi in SSX on Tour of the GameCube version. So cool. I would only play as Mario and Luigi, because those were the only cool characters. Otherwise, you just gotta play as, like, a regular dude. I don't want to play as a regular dude. I want to play as Mario and Luigi doing surfboard tricks. Surfboard. Snowboard. Actually, that's a funny story. You know, when I was a kid, growing up, I was the youngest, so I had the smallest bedroom in the house. So, my mom came to my room one day, and she was like, hey, like, if you want to redo your bedroom, like, what kind of theme do you want? I had to have been, like, 6 or 7, I think. And, I got the words mixed up. So, when I told her what I wanted, I said, oh, I want a surfing themed bedroom. But what I actually wanted was a snowboarding themed bedroom, like with like snowy mountains and stuff on the walls. And you know, her being my mom, she just wanted to do what was gonna make me happy, right? So she went the whole 9 yards. She painted it to look like a tiki bar, and I had little tiki lights all on the roof and stuff. And I was so, like, I came and saw it when she was done. She wouldn't let me see it until it was finished, but I came in and, like, I tried. I was a bit of a crybaby when I was a kid, all right? I will be honest. I was a bit of a crybaby. I cried a lot. I was a big crier. I still am, but like an adult crier, you know? Crying is healthy. You should do it every once in a while. It's very healthy. You should definitely do it. Don't overdo it, but like you should definitely do it. But as I was saying, I walked into the room and I was basically just trying to like not openly weep the whole time because I was so upset that she made a surfing bedroom and not a snowboarding bedroom. But I knew, like, after she started making it that I said the wrong thing, but she had already started working on it, so I didn't want to, like, make her restart, right? Because she was putting so much work into it. So it was this struggle, like, I was torn between, like, do I tell her that I wanted a snowboarding bedroom, or do I just, like, suck it up and, like, move on? I sucked it up, and I moved on, and I actually grew to really like the look of it. Like, one wall was like a tiki bar looking thing, and then one wall was like was a blue sky with like clouds all over it. It was actually really cool. I had a very cool bedroom as like a kid, and like the fact that she made it herself was like extra dope. I was like, this is crazy that you just made this. It was very cool. But yeah, that happened to me. Accidentally made a surfing bedroom instead of a snowboarding bedroom, man. But, you know, shout out to Mama Rome for that one. I had, like, the coolest bedroom on the block, man. Ooh, a Steam sale. Yeah, we'll take this, for sure. Yeah, I had the coolest bedroom on the block, man. I had a surfing-themed bedroom. One of my brothers had a space-themed bedroom, so he had those, I don't know if they still make them anymore, but does anyone remember those little, like, plastic stars that you could put on the wall? He had them on his ceiling, but they were glow in the dark, so if you turned the lights off, it looked like you had a night sky in your bedroom. He had those and like some other stuff, which was really cool. I'll just take this. This floor is pretty much over, and I can't really play the Demon Judgment or anything like that, so we'll just take that and leave. But he had a space-themed bedroom, which was really cool. I really liked that a lot. He was the brother who let me use his computer to play The Binding of Isaac, so shout out to him. I saw him today. Absolute legend. We love that guy. I love both of them, obviously. They're my brothers. But, you know, he allowed me to play The Binding of Isaac on his computer and fall even more in love with that game when I didn't have a computer of my own. So a huge shout out to him. And then my oldest brother had a movie theater themed bedroom, which is actually kind of fitting because as of now, or like as of like a few years ago, he actually works on movies. He works on movies, which is really, really cool. He did, well, he works on movies and TV shows and also video games. He did some work on, Spider-Man. The, not the movie, but the video game, the second one. He did some work on the Miles Morales one, which was really, really dope. It was really cool to see that. He sent me like one day he sent me like a photo of like the video game, and he was like, hey, by the way, I worked on this. And I was like, that's crazy. That's so cool. Because like, you know, they're not really allowed to talk about it until it comes out, right? It's a big no-no. Everybody's got to sign all those NDAs and whatnot. But I thought that was really, really cool. I was very proud of him. It was a very cool moment to see. Because, you know, like we grew up playing all these kinds of games, and to see him like work on the games that we like kind of grew up playing was a very like, how do you say, like a full circle moment. It was very, very cool. And that's kind of why like I'm looking at well, not even looking at, I'm like actively trying to get into doing like voice acting work, because I grew up with all that stuff. You know, I grew up watching flipping Digimon on the VHS, and I have Pokemon Season 1 on the VHS. I have all that stuff. That sucks. And, you know, I know just how much it, like, shaped me growing up as a kid. And, like, seeing all these characters and stuff. And, like, if I could do something like that, like, in any form, in any shape or form whatsoever, like, I could contribute to something like that, I just think that would be so cool, you know? I would love to just be able to contribute to something like that. I think it's so cool. And I like to think I'm a relatively creative guy. I don't think I'm like the most creative guy in the world. You know, I'm not David Bowie. Like, I'm not the Beatles, even though I don't really like the Beatles that much. Personally, that doesn't mean that I'm discrediting them for all that they've done, okay? Don't take my words out of context. But yeah, I'd love to, you know, contribute to something like that in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. Just at some point in my life, I think it would be super cool. And, like, I wouldn't even be opposed to, like... not that I think I could really do it that well, but I wouldn't really be opposed to, like, doing actual... I say actual, and this isn't to, like... Oh, shoot. I am, like, one shot from death, I think. This isn't to discredit, like, you know, voice actors or anything like that. I say actual acting, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't mind doing some, like, actual... Some actual acting. I think the better term to describe that would be, like, live-action acting, rather than voice acting. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all, actually. I'm gonna roll this, I think. I'm not really interested in re-rolling my stats today. We haven't gotten any damage ups with this lightning robe, which really sucks, because this is all about boosting your damage. So this has not been going super, like, according to plan. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing something like that either. I think that would be really cool. I think that'd be a super interesting challenge to take on for myself. I've been trying to find some, like, newer ways to challenge myself, but with things that I'll probably enjoy. I'd like to do more creative things and do some more fun creative things. That makes sense, I think. That's a better way to describe what I'm talking about here. I would like to do more challenging creative endeavors, because it's fun. I love doing creative stuff, man. Like I said, I don't think I'm the most, like, super creative guy in the world at the end of the day. I literally think I'm just a dude that, like, exists on this planet. But I think that's, like, most people. I think there's, like, exceptions to the rule, of course. I mean, there's specific people who are, like, born to be, like, hyper creative. That's just kind of how it is and how it goes. Like, I mean, even, like my wonderful, wonderful girlfriend, for example. She's, like, a super talented painter. Like, artist. Like, most of the paintings I have in my house have been done by her, because I'm just like, oh my god, like, these are crazy. Like, they're so good. I even have a painting of me. Not of, like, me, but, like, of my YouTube character. I'll bring it out after this boss fight here. We actually got an angel deal. Oh, fantastic. I don't have any bombs, though. Oh, shoot. Is there a bomb in here? Damn it! Wait, maybe I can trigger it like this. I can't. What a shame. I'm 1 charge off and I don't have a bomb, and I don't have a bomb's our key. That sucks. All right, well, we'll take Celtic Cross. Shoot. My mistake. This isn't going to kill me, right? No, okay, good. All right, so we'll make our way to the next floor here. It's not hung up or anything. But, like, there is a painting of me. Very cool. I very much like it. I think it's beautiful. She said she still has something to fix on it, so that's why it's not hanging up or anything, but very, very cool. But that's just to say that, you know, I think there are definitely, like, you can definitely learn a lot of things, even creative, for sure. But I think there are also people who just have, like, a genetic predisposition to creative works in general, right? Like, there's not that many people that are going to be, like, the next Sam Raimi. Do you understand? You understand what I'm saying. But that's not to say that, like, you know, I don't think that people can learn these skills. They most definitely can. Even with things like YouTube, you know? There was definitely a, I'm gonna roll this. I'll grab this. Even with things like YouTube, you know, there was definitely a sort of learning curve for myself, you know? I didn't know what I was doing when I started making YouTube videos at all. I still don't know what I'm doing. I just make videos every day and pray that you guys enjoy them. That's pretty much it. I just make videos and pray that it reaches the right audience and that you guys enjoy the videos every day and it puts a smile on your face. That's all I try to do. Do I know if I'm doing a good job? I have no idea. I have no clue half the time. I just guess. I'm like, yeah, this video is probably pretty good. We'll see how it does. And either it does really good and people really like it, or it does really bad and people don't like it. And then, you know, I just wake up and do it all over again the next day. It's kind of my life, man. I do get, like, a lot of comments asking, like, you know, how do I start YouTube? Like it looks like you know what you're doing. Like, how do I start? How do I figure out, like, what to do and what people will like? And the honest, like, best answer that I could give you is just, like, just try. There's so many people that don't do what they want to do for fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of failure. But, like, think about it this way. If your life was only successes and you had no failures, they wouldn't be successes anymore. Because that term wouldn't exist to you. Does that make sense? They wouldn't the term success would not exist because it would be a base level for you. Much like the difference between you know, having bad days and having good days. You have to have bad days in your life. That's just a fact. If every single day is a good day in your life, you will not know what a good day actually is. You would get bored of good days because there would be no bad days. So I think that that's something that we kind of have to learn and live with and accept, that there are going to be bad days. But we also have to understand that bad days are not permanent. If you're in a really bad day, a lot of times it's going to feel like there's not going to be a good day afterwards. And then, you know, that's just not true. Oh, yes, I'll take this. There's only one boss left for that, but sure, why not? There's, you know, they're not going to last forever, and you have to have the bad days to have good days. If there's anything you can take away from this video, I think it's that there has to be bad days to have good days, and some days are going to be very bad. And that's just life, you know? I mean, I'm only like, damn. I'm gonna take this. But yeah, I'm only 23, man. I'm a pretty, a lot of people call me old, but I'm a pretty young fellow. I think especially when it comes to, I would say when it comes to, even just purely like Binding of Isaac YouTubers, I think I'm the youngest, probably not the youngest like ever, but like, I don't know, I don't want to say notable either, because that sounds like I have an ego, and I don't. I would say I'm the youngest, like, slightly more known, I guess, than others. I don't know, that still sounds somewhat, like, egotistical, and I'm really not trying to be. You know, I'm trying to say this in the best way possible. But I've definitely had my fair share of struggles, man, for sure. And I think that those have helped me grow as a person, especially in the last year, like immensely. I can tell you that as a matter of fact. Over the last year, I have been through some crazy stuff, man. Some crazy shenanigans has gone on over the last year. And I think it's made me into a much better person. I'm gonna take this. Oh, Peepa Duplex would have been really good, but Speedball is nice for part when it's fun. We do need more damage ups. We only have 1 damage up, and we just got it last floor. It was Synthfoil. But I think it's definitely helped me grow as a person immensely. Made me a lot better of a person, a lot more conscious as a person. I think a lot of times we're just kind of stumbling through life in general. I mean, everybody is to an extent, right? Like, everybody's just kind of figuring it out. As I said in, I think even yesterday's video, I said that everyone's just kind of, you know, figuring it out. Going at their own pace. Everyone's got their own stuff going on. Everybody's lives are as infinitely complicated as yours, so don't attribute malice to what can be attributed to ignorance, right? That's how I feel anyways. We're gonna spawn an item in here because we have a reverse leverage card. Do I really want that though? No, it's a huge damage down. We don't actually want that. I'm sorry. We're gonna roll it. For the lightning robes, we're gonna roll it. That could be fun, but it's so late in the run. We'll do it. Why not? Let's have some fun. Gamer! I'm a gamer! Oh, man! But yeah, it's definitely a life where, you know, your experiences shape who you are as a person. I do think there's a specific extent as to which a person can change inherently. I think there's only so much change that can happen in a person throughout, like, a specified period of time. And I think the only real way to change effectively or dramatically is through some sort of, like, life-altering event. And that doesn't have to be negative, right? That could be starting a new job. That could be moving somewhere new. You know, it could be something as simple as that. We finally got a damage up. Huge. Thank you. We also got this. That's really good, too. Maybe pop this. Luck up, speed down. Why do I keep getting speed downs, man? This is crazy. God damn! Well, it is what it is. Yeah, we... You know, we're shaped by our experiences and the choices that we make. And also the experiences help decide on the choices that we make. And, you know, if you feel a little bit behind or a little bit lost, don't. It's not worth it. First of all, comparison is the thief of joy, as I always say. That's a true statement. That's just how it is. There's no point in comparing yourself to other people because it's just gonna make you feel worse about yourself. I promise. It's not worth it. You know, just don't do it. Oh, she's doing a lot of 1 slams, which is kind of crazy. Normally she does the triple slams like a lot. Well, I'm okay with it. Another singular slam, hey? Gee whiz. Well, we're gonna go to the chest today, I think. And we're gonna go down. Let's continue, shall we? You know, there is a big rhetoric, and a big movement, especially with like males in like Gen Z. I think it's definitely like indoctrinated to a point with like from like the older generations, but it's also like put onto them from like even like the millennials, right? I mean, like you have like the Andrew Tates and stuff like that. I'm so sorry that I'm mentioning him in a YouTube video. Do not like the guy. But, you know, I think they're like so many like young people are just being like, and I don't think this really rings true for the Isaac community like at all. I think the Isaac community is like super inclusive and super like LGBTQIA+. I hope that that's the up-to-date term. I apologize if it's not. So I don't think it happens, you know, in this community really, but there's so many young men or like just young teens, people in general that are just, they're going down these pipelines on the internet because they have like unrestricted internet access. And like, yeah, I had unrestricted internet access pretty much when I was a kid, but there wasn't so much like accessibility when I was younger. You know, there was accessibility, but it was kind of the Wild West. of the internet. I mean, sure, I've seen my fair share of like live leak stuff that, you know, it scarred me, but nothing that's like, you know, telling me to like man up, be a man, you know, like don't take anything from anybody, like treat women like garbage. It's just like, you know, it hurts my heart that these things happen, and like, and these things are like effective to a degree because the minds that they're like, I will say like preying on, the minds that these people are like preying on are young and impressionable, and they're looking for someone or something to look up to. And they, you know, they find it through something because they have like a series of setbacks or something, and they're in like a bit of self-pity. And then they have these people come out of the woodwork and say like, oh, it's not your fault, it's all these other people's faults, and you should blame all these other people, and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, well, no, you should just learn from what you've done. And is there something you can learn from it? Is there a moral to learn? Is there something that you can improve on, do better? I don't really want the left hand anymore, especially not for the chest, but is there something that you can do better? You know, is there a learning outcome from this experience? What did you do wrong? What can you improve on? These types of things, but instead they're just going full red pill. You need to hustle, you know, you need to work 80-hour days for the corporation. You need to not take anything from anybody. You need to drop ship. There's so many things, and it makes me sad, is what it does. It makes me sad. That's, at the end of the day, that's what it does. And I'm sure lots of you have seen what I'm talking about, or maybe you've interacted with what I'm talking about. It's just, it's really, really unhealthy. I do think it is a very large problem. I mean, especially with males and young males in this new age of technology and access to instant gratification and all of these things, right? What is this? Guppy's collar. Oh, they changed the look of it in this mod pack. Oh, very cool. I don't realistically care about any of this, so I am gonna roll. Euthanasia is spun. That's a damage up. I am very low on HP, so this is kind of scary. Even scarier. Wow, great. Thank you for the health down. Anyways, there is rant number 2. If you guys have any thoughts on that matter, or anything you'd like to share, of course, feel free to leave a funny little comment or a serious little comment, you know? I do think it's an extremely serious issue. I think there's a lot of people having these problems. Like I said, especially in the male demographic. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen, male unaliving rates are at like a record high for the last like 20 years or something like that. Because it's so hard. They get raised to not talk about their feelings. And I was actually raised in like a pretty similar way, but you know, the friendships I made throughout my years as like a teen were mostly with women. And they kind of taught me that, like, you know, it's really, really unhealthy. You know, just putting the lid on that kind of stuff is like a really, really extremely unhealthy way to live, and you really just you shouldn't be doing it. And the other problem is that, you know, a lot of them feel like they can't talk to anybody, because there's this sense of, like, you know, you have guy friends as a guy. You know, they don't want to talk about this stuff. You know, you don't want to talk about this stuff. They don't want to talk about this stuff. And, you know, you just need to get over it. And it's really not how you should be living your life. You know, you have one life. Take care of it. Right? It's the only time that you get to be you on this wonderful, wonderful planet that we call Earth. So please, please, take care of yourself. And, you know, it's not cringe, it's not dumb, it's not stupid to talk about your, like, how you feel and what's been going on in your life and what you're going through. It's normal and it's healthy. And that's the reason why a lot of, like, I don't like to classify it as just women, because there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of males that do this too, and there's a lot of non-binary people or gender fluid people that, you know, are like this. But like from what I've seen personally, most women are a lot more emotionally regulated than men are. You know, men are normal and fine until one day everything is not fine and they blow a gasket, right? That's just kind of how it is. That's how it goes. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen that Family Guy clip where Peter's like, everything's fine. Everything's fine. You know, I'm gonna bottle it up until one day it comes back in the form of like unbridled rage. And that's exactly what happens. Oh, there's no items here. Oopsies. That's exactly what happens, and it's not healthy. So, I died, but that's fine. We got a dead cat. You just, you know, you need to... And if you do have friends, and, like, the friends that you do have are, like, not ones that you feel like you can talk to about this kind of stuff, you probably need to have a conversation with them. Or, it might be time to, you know, make some new friends. Because these sorts of conversations should be, I wouldn't say regular, I would probably say semi-regular. You know, you should definitely talk about things like that on a semi-regular basis. And you should check in with your friends and see how they're doing. You know, there was many times, especially when I was like 16, 17, where the reason I got out of like a slump that I was in, or I was feeling like very not good about myself, was because I had, like, you know, I had people that would check in on me and make sure that I was doing okay and ask me how they could help. And sometimes they can't really help with anything, and that's also fine. And you just want someone there that you can talk to, and that somebody that will... I died again. Somebody that will listen, right? And I think that's really, really important. Anyways, that's Yap session number 2.5, because I kept going after I said Yap session number 2 was over. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I do think it's a very serious problem that realistically needs to be addressed. Predominantly, from what I can tell, in the United States, more than anything. And I think that that's a problem that happens with more than just males in the United States. I think it's a very big problem. But, you know, there's also other problems that attribute to the issue. I mean, like the economy, the cost of living. The cost to just be a living human is, like, absolutely absurd in 2025. Like, frankly, it's absurd. It is. It's crazy. You should not be struggling to be alive. To, like, knowing if you can... Like, you have to either choose between getting food and, like, paying rent. I died again. It's fine. That's a crazy concept to me. That should never exist. You should not have to wonder, like, you should not have to decide between, like, food or, like, electricity and, like, paying your rent on time. That shouldn't exist. That should not be a thing. Ever, like, you guys should all have a basic right to, like, live. I died again. This is not going so well, this run. I gotta be honest. But you know what? We're having such a good conversation, such a good one-sided conversation that you guys cannot respond to until this video goes up, that I don't care, and we're gonna freeball this. And if I run out of lives, I run out of lives. That's how it is, and that's how it's gonna be, and I think that's fine. Because I'm really enjoying this conversation that we're having, and I think that it's actually, like, very productive. These are the kind of conversations that I love having, especially with my audience. I think it's so intriguing, and I think that these things need to be talked about or discussed. Yeah, I don't know if I'm the one that should be necessarily talking about these... Damn it, I died again. Don't talk to me. I don't want to hear it. All right, well, let's fight Delirium now. Ah, okay, and it's like Hemo Brim. I'm just going to stand on here for now and just let my Brimstone do the work for a little bit. Hopefully this works out in my favor. I have no idea if it will. Because if it doesn't, we don't have Sulfur anymore, and then we're kind of cooked. So let's see how it goes. But hopefully you guys have understood my points throughout this video. And hopefully you agree with them. Also, I don't know if I said this in the previous video, but if you were wondering, the reason why I don't have the live sub count anymore is because it kept signing me out of YouTube on my OBS. I died. It kept signing me out of YouTube on my OBS, and I just decided that it was easier to just leave it off for now. Until I can fix the, I don't even know what I got hit by, but I died. And you know what? That's fine. This run was really not that lucky until the very end, and we had no health. So, such is life. It is what it is. Well, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. Comment down below what your favorite part was, what you want me to check out next, or a response to any of my rambling rants throughout this video. As always, remember to subscribe, because we are trying for 100K this year. We can only do it with your help, so I would really, really appreciate that. And you can always change your mind later. But until next time, take care and stay safe, my friends.